I'm gonna do a review for this Bishop Mezco figure. This is the first Mezco figure that I've ever collected. Only because like normally I don't like like soft cloth clothing on action figures, but because to me I feel that it gives an action figure more of like a doll kind of feel. This figure and also the Cable Mezco figure, which I'm sure I'll review soon, I think from what I saw it looked amazing, and it kind of made me feel like maybe Mezco toys are pretty good, like they, good collectibles. I'm gonna review this one. I got this one specifically. I did not get it online. I did not get it from Mezco.com. I think they are in stock on Mezco.com, but I haven't. I've heard really bad things about Mezco.com shipping, so I didn't even attempt to buy it off of Mezco.com. I got this one in person at the comic book store, Forbidden Planet, so shout out to Forbidden Planet. Pretty sure I got the last one because on the website, they're gone now. I don't see the Bishop figure there anymore, so shout out Forbidden Planet for having this. Okay, so let's take a look at the box in the plastic real quick. That's a 360. I'm gonna take it out. And there you go. I'm gonna get closer. Okay, so you see that there's artwork of Bishop on the side. Now, if you don't know who Bishop is a member of the X-Men. I believe his first appearance was, in comic book wise, was in the Uncanny X-Men original series. I think it's like number 280 something, 282 or something like that. He's from the future, much like Cable. Grew up, I think he's about 80 years past the current X-Men time of, I guess, the 90s, of when the comics came out. The box is a little bit like undone, but yeah, so he's from the future. He grew up kind of being a fan and reading about the X-Men and what they did, and then he goes back in time and meets them. And Bishop is like Bishop is one of my favorite, maybe my favorite black superhero character, particularly with Marvel. And yes, I know who the Black Panther is. So check this out. This side has some artwork of Bishop. Looks like it's from the comic books. On the back, the figure comes with these 3 different heads. So you have the one that comes on his bald head, and that comes with some effects, his power effects, and then it has like different hands, his weapons, his cape. Yeah. Let's open it up. We have Bishop. He's fully wrapped up very well, as you can see. Like, and if I didn't mention, this is a Mezco 112 collection where the figures are 1/12 the size of their actual character, allegedly. So this is like my little welcome to the collectors thingy. Put that to the side. Alright, so you can see there's like 2 layers. Bishop comes with a lot of accessories. That's another thing that attracted me to this figure. He has weapons, he has a couple sets of hands. He has a stand. I cannot wait. Alright, so you see we got the stand. He's got accessories like his little like cape. That's not. He doesn't wear a cape. It's kind of like a scarf or like a poncho kind of thing that you put around him. Yeah. So let's open him up. This dude is freaking. Okay, so the detailing, this is one of the most detailed action figures I've ever seen in my life. As you can see, he's pretty articulate. All right, let's take a look at Bishop's accessories. First, we got his like blaster, his futuristic blaster gun thing. We got his little mini side joint, his little like Glock futuristic blaster thing. He has like some one of pairs of the hands that he comes with, the like gun hands or trigger fingers. He's got a machete of some sort, it looks like some sort of like, I don't know, like bow knife, I guess. I mean, we know Bishop is a maniac, but that's a whole other thing. Also, here we got, boom, his little communicator. Now, these things are tiny. These are 1/12 scale. We got clips, extra clips for the guns. That's right, bro. Bishop's guns comes with clips. The clips, removable. That detail is crazy. A removable clip. Which I don't even know why we need extra ones, but I guess if you lose, that's good. They should have given him a banana clip. Ain't none of these ain't. None of these are extendo, bro. Then he's got like these like little bomb things, these like little grenades. And keep in mind, all of these can be clipped to him on his little belt. All his weapons can be placed on his belt or in his hands. So then you got his little like grenade bombs. Bishop and Cable, I think, are like my favorite X-Men characters. I mean, obviously next to Wolverine and Storm. But you know, Wolverine is everybody's go-to, so I guess that doesn't count. But and boom, so we got his hands. As I mentioned earlier, he comes with a trigger finger. Here goes one of them right here. He could use this to hold his little gun, and he's got a different couple pairs of hands that he can be using. Now let's look at the head replacement. So we got the interchangeable heads. This head is my favorite, just because this is my favorite one. Look at this one, bro. He looks like he's geeked. I love this one. I think this is the one I'm gonna like display him with. And as you can see, that was where you put the ball head to change him out. Okay, and then we got the other head, which I like to call the Freddie Gibbs head. He looked like Freddie Gibbs to me, this one. But this is, I guess he's like older Bishop. He done lost all the dreads. He done been through some, you know, he's been through the hard times. This one's cool too. I don't think this is the one I would like display him with, but I like it, it's cool. And I love this figure, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm very happy that I got this, because this, to me, is one of the best action figures that I've ever seen. Like, the amount of detail on his uniform, and of course this particular depiction of Bishop I don't think is from any specific comic book or movie. I think Mezco sometimes just kind of puts their own twist on characters. Not a lot of articulation in his head, because obviously this head has the dreads, so it could spin and all that, but you're not going to get too much upward movement. Yeah, I love this figure because like I said, I love this figure because Mezco's costumes are really good. Like, they make really good action figure, detailed costumes. And when I was a kid, I always loved these kind of figures. Bishop and Cable are like the epitome of 90s superhero action, futuristic, time travel people. And anyway, articulation, T-pose. Can't probably get full T because of his pads, his like, yeah. He can basically do anything. He can do a lot of cool action poses. All right, so let's interchange these heads real quick. As you can see, it's head is a little ballpoint thing. So where it goes on the inside. So that head, let's put in the Freddie Gibbs head. So we see what that looks like. See what the Freddie Gibbs head looks like. I'm just calling it that. But yeah, goes on pretty easily. As you can see, it's with this head now, he can kind of like look up more. Kind of could look right up at you, as you can see.
you kind of, you take, yeah, so you can see he's looking up, right up at you, right up at you. That is beautiful. This is a crazy action figure. And since he's very articulate, you can make it look like he's kind of like about to take it off the hip. See what I'm saying? Like he's ready. He's pulling it out right now. Like he's ready. Woo! That's crazy.
Alright, so if you take this off, this right here, this is, I love this one. I love the details and the animation on this one.
Look at that. Yeah, this face is definitely, in my opinion, the best face. He looks like a beast, bro. He looks like he's ready. Also, you can interchange that kind of like clear stool thing on the stand. You can just put the leg peg in if you want your figure to just like stand. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna just look at the clothes now, like the soft goods as they're called. Mezco is one of the few toy companies that does soft goods, and they do them very well, man. This is like cool. Like it feels very durable, very soft. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, there's some stitching. There's a lot of things you can do with this figure as far as photography and videography and maybe even like stop motion. A lot of cool things that you can do. I'm just gonna put the red scarf on him now and see how that turns out.
And what I love about this red scarf is the detailing on it.
You can see that it's kind of like burnt out, like he's probably been traveling through time too much or too much in battle, too much wars. It has like it's wiring, that kind of like, you know, very thin wiring, so you kind of mold it and make it look dramatic and crazy, like how you want it to look, and it'll stay, which is pretty cool.
It's up to you if you want to tie it.
I just don't feel like tying that right now. But yeah, I guess somewhat this is the idea of what it's supposed to look like to some extent. It's kind of supposed to conceal.
So the figure is probably, it's at the average 1/12 Mezco figure size. It's like about 6 inches. Yeah, I'll lay it down flat. And here it is next to an old iPhone. See, about the same size as your Plus iPhone.
Alright, so my final thoughts on this action figure, I guess if I had to rate it, it would have to be maybe an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. Only because the gun on the back, like his gun accessory, the big blaster as I call it, it doesn't stay very secured into the back. Like the holster in the back, it falls very easily. That's the only thing I don't like. Also, I wish that it came with dual wielding hands so that you can properly have a gun in each hand. As I said, I kind of had to just like put the one of the right hand's trigger fingers on the left hand to be able to dual wield, which I don't know, should have came default to one trigger hand for each arm, I mean. So that would have been better. Other than that, I think everything is pretty perfect. The stand, these Mezco stands, people swear by them. I think it's very flimsy and kind of just like very difficult to get it to stay still and sturdy, which I don't think should be the case. So that would be the one thing. I'm probably going to look into getting some like different stands. I know Geek Effects sells some on Etsy. But other than that, everything is great. I love how durable he is. I love the amount of accessories that he comes with. And I love the different poses and like, you know, the different action figure stances you could get him into. It's definitely a really good figure. I think this is my favorite action figure right now. So yeah, I would give the Mezco Bishop 112 an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for sure.